there. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a Naruto discussion, live stream, whatever you want to call it, where my beautiful girlfriend has just finished watching Naruto.
Finally,
Like the
whole thing.
The whole thing from Naruto Shippuden, Naruto the last movie, and the Boruto movie. You also watched the Road to Ninja movie as well before those.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, which that has no significance on the story whatsoever. But
I watched a lot of Naruto, basically.
A lot.
It's taken a long time.
She didn't watch any fillers.
No.
So no fillers were watched. And the episodes that she watched, I had went in and deleted all filler,
all
flashbacks, anything that hindered the story, I took out of the episode, so she got full story the way that it was meant to be.
It would have taken like double the time.
It would have taken forever if you did it that way.
It took us quite a long time. I don't remember how long it's been. It feels like forever.
It's a long story. It's the longest anime that I have in my arsenal of anime. So, while we're doing this discussion, I have some questions that I'll be asking her about the show.
Test my knowledge.
To test her knowledge.
How well have I been watching?
What she likes and doesn't like about the show. And if any of you watching want to pitch in and ask questions to her or me as well, because I'm very well versed in Naruto.
He's very, very
very
you can
well.
ask him anything.
I would know pretty much anything. Feel free to say in the chat, and we'll be here to read it, and we'll answer the questions pretty much. Oh, there goes my stream bots running. Okay, so let's look at these questions. Actually, before we do that, I'll just ask you if you liked the series of Naruto, the whole thing.
I did. I liked it.
You liked it?
It was my first proper anime.
First proper anime.
Because I already watched what's it called?
You remember?
We watched Avatar.
Avatar: The Last
Airbender.
Yeah.
That's
technically not anime.
But I really liked it. I don't know what to do with my life anymore now that it's over.
Now that the characters.
I'm gonna have to watch Boruto.
Yeah, which most people will probably say that Boruto sucks and to not watch it because it's not worth it. I think it's okay, and I know what episodes to watch and not watch, as I did with Naruto. So I mean, when we watch it, it'll be just like Naruto, or the good stuff, the story, and the things that you need to watch will already be watched. So that'll be good. But yeah, you'll still see the old characters that you love in Boruto.
And their tiny mini-me's.
And their little mini-me's, their little carbon copies, as people like to call them.
I mean, especially, this is where I'm going to show the fact I know none of the names, because...
She's really bad with the names.
Shikamaru, his son, is literally him. As a tiny version.
It is actually outfit, the color of his outfit, the hairstyle, kind of the voice a little, not really the voice. His voice is more normal, I guess. But now, disclaimer, we watched the dub of Naruto, not the sub. So that's just letting people know that.
I mean, as a linguist, I do appreciate sub. But I think in this instance, considering we don't speak Japanese, it was better watching it in dub, just because it gave more of a character to the characters, because you could actually feel the feeling behind the words.
Yes.
When you speak the language, it's fine listening to it in a different language, but...
See, that's the thing what people would disagree on.
I know,
is because they're like
culture.
They're like, oh no, sub is better because sub has more emotion than the dub. Dub sucks. They don't try hard enough. And blah blah blah.
I think they had some really good voice actors. Like they did a good job. Not maybe not all of them. I don't know. There was Madara was really good.
Madara, whoever they chose as Madara was.
I could when he did that really long speech. I listened to that the whole way through and didn't get bored for 2 episodes because his voice was just
the Itachi story. Yeah, when he explained Itachi's backstory.
Also because the story itself
was harrowing.
But yeah, Naruto had a good voice actor. It's funny how women always voice guys.
Actually, a lot of people don't like his voice actor.
When he was younger, it annoyed me. It gave me a bit of a headache. But it grew on me. And I couldn't imagine it being anybody else now.
It's true. Like that is Naruto. I always wondered what they would do when he becomes an adult, like in the movie Boruto.
They did it well.
And I didn't know how.
Transition.
I didn't know how, because she's a woman doing the voice. She can only go so low.
Yeah.
To be as an adult's voice
Yeah,
for a guy. And I was surprised it actually kept her voice, and she did well keeping it low.
Mm-hmm.
I did feel like it sounded kind of like his Shippuden voice a little bit, and I'm just like, it sounds weird on a grown-up's voice, on a grown-up's body, but it actually worked okay. Sasuke's was the only one that was like, yeah, he still sounds like an adult, like a grown.
He sounded like an adult from
the beginning,
the very
so it didn't matter. Like he was already, it was already.
He's voiced by a guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Like I think most of them.
Everybody else, maybe, I don't know.
I think I think all the guys are all voiced by guys, except for Naruto. And then the girls obviously are all girls, so.
I like the voice actors.
They did very well. I would say, personally, that Naruto, the story of Naruto, the voice acting for dub is probably the best in all the anime that I watch. I don't know why that is, because when I watch shows like Hunter x Hunter, their voice...
You said it right this time.
I said it right this time.
Hunter
I made
x
sure.
As you say every time.
As I say it every time in Hunter x Hunter because it sounds cooler. Their voice acting is really amazing as well, but they'll always be the weird ones and stuff. But I did notice that when it comes to voice acting, there's two different companies. You have Viz Media, who did Naruto. Mm-hmm. You have Funimation, who does a ton of other anime, like Dragon Ball Z, Full Metal Alchemist, Promised Neverland is a Funimation. I'm poaching the face. Death Note, I think, is Viz. And Death Note has an amazing dub as well. So it seems like Viz does really well with their dubs. Funimation, not so much. Now, Dragon Ball Z has what's considered to be the only dub that the whole anime community will accept.
Why?
Because everyone grew up with it. That was everyone's childhood. So they can't see it. They cannot see that any other way except for dub. But everything else, they will judge it. And they'll be like, no, sub is better.
It is funny because, like, watching... I've seen some clips when I was having a sneaky little spoiler fest. and we watched the wedding episode in...
Yes, in Naruto.
Sub.
Yeah.
They do have a different character. Like, when it's subtitled, like, I can see the Japanese and the English people do give them slightly different characters.
Yeah.
But I like the English characters.
It's weird that how simply... Because the translations were the same. Because if you watch the episode when it's dubbed, it will be almost exactly the same translation as what you saw when you're reading it.
And by the way, shout out to the translators. They did a fantastic job. Like, I know how hard that is. And the bits with Killer B where he had to rhyme all the time, that must have been so difficult for them to translate.
Exactly.
They did a good job. They worked hard.
They worked very hard. And the thing is, with the when it came to the dub, I was saying it's crazy how different a whole character's persona can be simply on the voice. They'll be saying the exact same things, but the sub and the dub voice will be a different character, and it's just weird how simply a voice can change all of that.
They had a really good voice actor for Might Guy.
His was probably one of my favorites.
I don't know where they found that guy. Oh, how he had his voice like that. But it was perfect for the character.
Very energetic.
I think Rock Lee was pretty...
Rock Lee's was perfect. I liked Neji's voice.
Hinata's was a little bit kind of...
He not to fit the character, but you're going to see as we go through different anime, you're going to hear that same character's voice. Not the same actress, but that same character.
Okay.
I am a little girl. It's like, great. I hate that voice for an anime character, and they do it a lot. I liked most people's voices. It fit, all of people's voices fit really perfectly, I thought. Like for each character. They did very, very well. I would say probably one of my least favorite would be like Black Zetsu.
This was annoying when he did the story as opposed to Madara. I mean, I genuinely fell asleep for a little bit. We kept watching it late on, and I kept falling asleep. But his voice sent me to sleep. It was so boring.
It was a very forced. It was a very forced voice. Like
he's trying to sound evil.
It sounded like an average person trying to sound evil. And
at first, I didn't care for Obito's voice. At first,
his actual voice, right?
Obito's actual voice, because it was very confusing as to who he was. He's like, when he was the actual, but like it grew on me.
I actually liked his actual voice. It sounded very gravelly. It sounded like the voice actor for the kid version of Obito is the same one, just doing his actual voice, and then as an adult, kind of gravelly sound to it.
Did they keep all of the same voice actors when they were older?
Throughout the show, you mean? Or
like in Boruto, are they the same voice actors for the adult characters?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good to keep the voice actors.
All of them are exactly the same, apart from Iruka.
Iruka Sensei, which is really sad.
It's sad.
He's a big character.
Yeah, he doesn't have much of a role in Boruto. He's just sometimes there, but he's the principal, so he's kind of like, whatever. But he's the only one that they changed. I hate that they changed him at the very end of the whole show. He could have at least stayed for the last episode, but whatever, I guess. But yeah, all the adults, Shikamaru and Sakura, Hinata.
They've got, like, their voices become a part of them.
Of the show.
Because when we watched it in sub, I couldn't figure out who was talking anymore. I was really confused.
True. And all the voices sound the same in sub to me, anyways.
That's racist. No, there is like it is difficult when it's not your own language to gauge feeling and
That's why
characters.
I choose to watch dub. Now, the mistake I make is when I watch a different anime. So like for example, Hunter x Hunter. If I'm saying it correctly now. When I watch Hunter x Hunter, I started it in dub and watched it all the way until that it wasn't dubbed anymore, and then I had to continue it subbed. And it kind of grew on me how the voices were in subbed.
Mm-hmm.
So then when the dub got there to those same points, I actually didn't like very many of the things they did with the dub. Same thing with Naruto. And when I watched Naruto, I got to where it caught up, and then I watched the rest in Japanese, and then went back and watched it. And there was some times I felt like it was a little lackluster in the emotion, the presentation that they were trying to do, that compared to the Japanese. So I could see both sides. I could see why people get upset, because there will be a moment in Hunter x Hunter where the character delivers an amazing performance in the sub. Then you get to the dub and it's very like.
Well, there's the bit in Naruto where you.
Obito's.
The original scream.
Yeah, so in the scene where Obito sees Rin and Kakashi kills Rin, and then Obito goes into that transformation where he goes crazy. In the episode, I cut out the dub at that moment, and the rest was sub, because when Obito screams and loses his mind, in the sub, it's amazing. It sounds like he's actually being stabbed in the booth or something. But in the dub, it was so fake and so lackluster and so just like, wow, good job. You can really feel the emotion. Like, no, you could not feel any emotion, so I had to mess with that a little bit because I want it to be as good as possible for the show. So, want to get into some questions a little bit? Are you ready for some questions?
I'm ready. You should sit back a bit because your face is like shining. Like, oh, you can't sit back anywhere. No, you're trapped by the sun.
The sun. I can get right here. I can get right here where the bar of the window covers my face.
You're trapped.
That's okay. That's fine. Actually, before we begin, I'm going to start sharing this stream everywhere.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Completely forgot to share this stream.
Should I randomly say some thoughts about Naruto while
yes.
doing that?
Yes.
No, I won't answer the first question. I'll let you ask me them. Yeah, we literally finished watching it today. I didn't think this time would come, It took so long to get here. I don't know when we started,
months ago.
Maybe? But we've been watching it, quite a lot. We've been, oh, hey! Sean's on.
Hey, there you go.
No, you are just in time.
You're just in time. I'm just trying to share this everywhere for now.
I'm just saying we finished watching today the last film of Naruto, and now I have to decide what to do with my life. What? Oh, I hope that he has a good sleep.
Oh, poor Jojo. Hopefully he didn't throw a fit or get angry. He's going to bed.
No, I wanted to watch the Naruto stream.
He wants to watch the Naruto stream too. Let me get this. Copy that.
What's the next anime I'm gonna watch?
Attack on Titan, I think, is what I'm gonna do.
Exciting.
Are you excited for that?
I hope so. I don't know how I'm gonna feel because now I feel like I'm so used to watching Naruto that I don't know what's gonna happen. What did I think? I really loved it. Like, I think it's probably gonna end up being one of my favorites.
That's why I showed it to you
that's
first.
That's why you showed it first. I had never watched anime before. Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna like anime because I thought it was all girls with very large chests and not a lot of storyline.
You thought it was just boobs and
all I'd heard of was like food wars where I don't know, some sort of they have like experiences eating food and like ice skating, I don't even know. But I really liked Naruto. It had a really good story. The characters, I think almost all the characters I liked. Like, there was a few when we get to the questions.
There's a few that are a little bit weird.
But it's like a book, like a favorite book when you get into it. It was you see, I didn't think it was a slow pace. You were sort of at the beginning saying you were really sorry that it was so slow.
I was trying to like just in case you thought it was slow
But I
paced.
didn't. I think you're used to faster shows than I am. I'm worried you're gonna think that my shows are really slow. Because to me it went at a really good pace. I mean, the tuning exams and stuff and all that took a very long time.
Hey,
Hi.
Chaos! Thanks for joining. Be sure to ask any questions about Naruto to me and my girlfriend because we just finished watching Naruto. Well,
just don't ask. Yeah, you finished watching it for the fourth, fifth, seventh time.
Who even knows? But it's our first time finishing the whole series, so we're just discussing the whole thing.
Yeah, no, I really liked it, and I thought the pace was really good.
That's about as much as I can share. Everything.
Share it with everybody.
Alright, I got all that set up. Okay. So, glad you enjoyed it, because I was always worried that it was not going to be your cup of tea.
My cup of tea.
Yeah. I didn't know how you would feel about anime in general.
I didn't.
The tropes and the...
I had visions of what it would be, but it surpassed what I hoped for. You never liked anime? Why? I would have said that before I started watching, honestly.
Oh, well, to me, there's an anime for everybody. So it's not... there's so many different kinds of anime and different shows and different stories that you could probably find one that you like. Sean says, don't know if Derek told you, but I wasn't a fan of the show when he first mentioned it.
You see, your sister said she wasn't a fan.
Nobody.
I was a fan from the beginning.
I've been showing but like he didn't know of it or anything. Or he knew of it, but he never watched it or anything.
No.
Until I showed it to him. The same goes for my sister. I've been showing everybody this show.
You're the one who's got everybody.
I'm the one bringing fans to this show. They should like pay me or something.
For promoting them.
But yeah, Sean always liked Dragon Ball Z. That's always been the one. And then there's actually, you don't know this, but there's actually kind of not really, but kind of a feud between Dragon Ball Z fans and Naruto fans. Because one thinks the other is better. So I was kind of interested to see how he would like it. I don't know why the people that are at my school watch it and they're, let's say, weird, and I don't want to be weird. Wait. Before I answer that, I'm gonna say
This is close to his heart.
It is. I thought the exact same thing.
I
Chaos.
thought the same thing.
I
to be
thought the
fair.
same freaking thing when I was in school, and then people were talking about anime, or when I saw anime just in general, I would think, man, those people are weird. They were usually dressed really weird. Hair colors were all weird. Piercings and stuff all over their face, and just I don't know, and acted really bizarre. I always thought that. I always thought, man, something's wrong with anime. Then if people are, if that's how people turn out when they watch anime, I don't want to get into that. But
I think there's secret fans, like who are just normal people, and I feel like they're too scared to.
they're
say
too
they like
scared
it.
to say they like it because
It's
they
like
don't
because
want
I've been watching Dan Is Not on Fire and Amazing Phil for so long, and they've always advocated watching anime. They've always had the Crunchyroll things, and everybody that watches them is like, yeah, I love anime, and it seems like everybody does. And I was like,
Yeah.
have I missed the boat?
to.
Like,
Everyone's a secret fan,
I think
and then when they go online, they're like, yeah, I love
even
it.
friends that I know very well, my best friend, I started mentioning that we'd started watching anime, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I've watched that." I'm like, "When?" I didn't know that.
People don't talk about it, is
No,
why.
but you should watch it. It doesn't make you weird. And we went to a convention the other day full of lovely people who like.
There was a
anime.
bunch of lovely. There was weird people there too at this anime
There's weird
convention.
people who like everything.
Exactly, but you have to give it a chance. So that's how it is. Let me catch up on some of the things. Sean says, I secretly think Derek works for the franchise. I probably
think you
do.
I think you secretly are trying to infiltrate everyone's houses.
Everyone must watch Naruto. Tanisha. Oh, hey, Tanisha. Thanks for joining. She said you should start watching Hunter x Hunter or Hunter x Hunter.
Oh, you nearly fell for that time.
I almost did. We will.
You've watched it.
It is my right now. I can say it's probably my second favorite anime.
Ooh,
So technically we should
high.
technically we
Okay,
should
that
watch
should
it,
be next.
but it is another long one. It's 160 some episodes.
Anime is long. I mean, I'm used to British shows that are like 5 episodes over, guys. Sorry.
Like that's it, done. Chaos says I know, but they are like really weird. Like they only discuss it and they draw it. See, that's the thing. Those are the actual like
fan art kind of people.
like these are the ones that are like take it too far. The fans that take it really far with it. That's all they talk about. Their entire life is anime. That's all they draw. It kind of gets too much. I think we call them otakus. I think is the name for them. It's people that take it too far. That's all they do is just watch that stuff.
See, I've seen people on Instagram like who post pictures and they'll like pretend in the comments that they are that person. And I saw somebody like, "Don't worry, Hinata, I'll protect you." And I'm like, this is going a little.
People take it very far, just like any medium. So
There's
like
always things.
you have people who love sports, and people think sports is completely normal, right? Sports,
yeah, and then some people.
If you take sports and anime,
yeah,
a society will say sports is completely normal compared to anime. Anime is weird. But there are fans of sports who decorate their entire freaking room with sports stuff everywhere. They dress in like they're going to play.
As if they're gonna play sports.
As if they're gonna. So people take things far in everything.
But you can enjoy anything.
But you can enjoy it
just to a nice extent.
A nice normal extent. Most people's first anime is Pokemon, which that's actually my first anime, to be fair.
And you have started introducing me. You see, he is introducing everyone to every anime.
Slowly, everyone will know anime.
You're gonna upload my reactions to Pokemon on here, right?
Yep. Eventually, I'll have the Pokemon reactions. I'm just kind of waiting to test things a little bit. She said, or watched Erased, as that's 10 episodes.
That's another one that you told me to watch.
Erased is actually, I think it's 12 episodes. It's one season, and it's one and done. Like, that's it. That's the whole story in 12 episodes. That'll be a nice one. I'll probably do that one after Attack on Titan. What I want to do is have you watch all the seasonal ones that aren't finished yet.
So that I can catch
so
up
that we
and
can watch them together as they come out. Because that way we can catch up on it like that. And watch the story as it grows together. Yeah. Instead of waiting until it's so far that it take forever to catch up.
But don't worry, all these anime are to come.
All of them. Your whole life will be anime.
I've got something to watch every day for the rest of my life.
Sean says, Francesca, do you have a better feel for what anime you would want to watch after seeing Naruto?
I still don't have much of an idea of what's out there. I only know from you. You've shown me a little bit of the
Death Note.
No,
One episode,
we watched one
definitely.
episode. I don't know why we watched that one episode.
It was because I wanted you to see how anime was, and I got excited.
But I quite liked that. And then, but you also showed me the
Forbidden
Neverland?
The Promised Neverland.
Neverland.
We watched 2 episodes of The Promised Neverland.
And I like that so far. I'm willing to watch anything that isn't purely for like
boobs and typical anime girls that are like streaky.
I want something with a story, but I trust that all the ones that you're gonna introduce me to are good.
Everything.
I'm trusting his judgment.
That's the only reason I watch anime or any shows that I watch is for the story and its characters. Like if a story can make me emotionally invested, where I cry, I laugh. If I feel some certain way about a show, then that's a show that I love. And I found, for some reason, it just happens that anime, recently especially, has some of the best stories out there. A lot of live action shows and real life shows don't really do it for me anymore because the writing lately in shows has not been great.
Start me on Doctor Who.
Like Doctor Who. So there's a lot of shows like that where the writing's just kind of crap. But then anime keeps coming up with stories that are just so like imaginative and creative and just like
it's funny
amazing.
I'm having, just like you're trying to like spawn every anime, I'm having to introduce you to all the live action British shows.
See, like for me, it's Lost and Game of Thrones and stuff like that are amazing, but that's it. Well, anime, I have like a whole list.
There is a whole list. I've got to introduce you to it. I finished watching Sherlock today.
Yeah, we did. We finished watching Sherlock, and that was an amazing finale, by the way. That was the darkest. It got dark in that show. My God, it was like I was watching Saw almost. I never watched Saw before, but the mind games were like really.
Want to play a game?
No, I don't. Tanisha says, "Who are your favorite characters from Naruto other than Naruto?"
Well, that's one of our. Is that the first question?
That's one of the
a
questions.
Good introduction to the questions.
Yes, favorite character.
That's a tough one.
Out of all the characters.
Okay, this is so difficult. As the show went on, I really like. Well, first of all, I really like Shikamaru. I don't know why. He's not the dog one. No.
That's Akamaru.
Okay, good. I'm always scared that I call him the dog. Although he was a cute little puppy as well. I really liked him. I think I liked his analytical kind of, the way he's quite, I don't like his sort of attitude as in such a drag, but I quite like quoting it when I feel like. I really liked DeGRA as the show went on. At first, it was...
He was the villain.
Yeah, but he really grew on me apart from his hair and at the end.
Yeah, his hair in Boruto was, I don't know what happened to DeGRA.
Like smooth that, too much gel. I really like DeGRA. I really did not see it coming. Loved Itachi at the end.
That actually
My
happened.
God, that twist is the biggest twist in the history of twists.
Yeah, because you were like, oh, he's so evil, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there all quiet, just trying not to tell you about the greatness of Itachi.
I really liked him. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Sasuke. He kind of annoys me. His whole attitude.
And actually, it's funny you say that because Sasuke is actually a fan favorite.
I know, and I can see why. He's like the second biggest character.
He's the second biggest, and he's cool.
I would have been the girl in the class, like Hinata, who didn't give a crap about Sasuke.
He's amazing at fighting, and every time Sasuke was involved in the story progressed.
Yeah. And he's very good at fighting.
Yeah.
But it just annoyed me that he was like, I need to, take revenge for my brother, even after he knows that his brother only wanted to save the Leaf Village. He's like, I'm gonna destroy the Leaf Village. I'm like, Sasuke. And the way he treats Sakura. I know that your sister liked it because the love story, and I'm like, but he's so mean to her.
There were hints that he likes her. It's just so subtle.
I know he likes her, but he needs to be around more.
He wasn't around even in the end. He said, Sean said, I understand you both finished fast though. He said, exactly, probably the best anime twist I've seen. And yes, thank you. I don't like Sasuke. He's just too annoying.
Yeah, he is. I'm glad someone else agrees with me.
I like Sasuke for his fighting ability.
Oh, yeah.
His strategy, how he progresses the story. And he made a pretty good villain, especially at the end when he's like one of the most powerful
Do you know
characters.
what really annoyed me though? They have this massive fight, he's helped out, and then suddenly, I want to fight you, Naruto. And there was no point because they were so knackered. Like, they were exhausted and there was no point fighting. That was annoying.
Because Naruto was in the way.
Ugh.
So I had to kill Naruto, get him out of here.
Yeah.
For me, I would say my favorite character was Kakashi.
I do like Kakashi.
Kakashi's my favorite because one, his backstory, the things that guy experienced, the amount of loss that guy had.
Everybody I've seen on Instagram, people like, Sasuke says he has such a bad childhood and he turned out so bad, but look at all the loss that
Kakashi, his dad killed himself, and he didn't have a mom. I don't know what happened to the mom. His friends died. Obito got crushed.
He ended up having to kill, threw herself.
And kill the girl that loves him, and that he promised to his friend that he would protect. And then his sensei got killed by the ninth.
And I feel like he only became Hokage because Obito forced him. I don't feel like he wanted to be Hokage.
He's super smart and strategic. Yeah. He's always on another level compared to everybody else in terms of how he thinks about things. He knows what's going on in situations compared to everybody else. His abilities were cool, all his techniques and how he fights. He was just he was a very well-rounded character. And I like his character design with his mask and his hair.
Under the mask. No, I'm interested to see him without his Sharingan though. I've not seen much of him without.
Yeah, actually I have to show you how he looks without the mask.
I've seen it.
Oh, you've seen it? Okay, never mind.
I've seen it.
Never mind.
When you're not there.
Never mind. I prefer Naruto. He seems more righteous on his journey. So that's what Sean said.
Yeah, he took the right path.
And Sean said, were you sad that Neji died, though? Why did they kill him?
I didn't think they needed to kill Neji. I think that they could have killed some other Hyuga.
She wants Kiba to die. The dog.
I don't want him to die. But out of all the characters.
Well, for me, I like that Neji died because it adds more weight to the story. If you get a story where all of the characters survive, it's kind of like that's not real. That's not real at all. Like when a character dies, it's like, oh, the stakes get raised because it's a character that's like really important.
But they said that they needed it to bring him out.
That's what the author said as his excuse.
Really do much. That wasn't what made them close. If it wasn't enough for her to like run into the battlefield when he's fighting pain to declare her love for him, nothing was gonna bring them closer.
For me, him dying and then Might Guy, I think, should have died after he used the 8 eggs because the impact of his sacrifice. Naruto Jesus saved his life.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think Neji needed to die.
It would have made a more impactful finale, I think, if some more characters died.
Well,
in this war,
I mean,
the fact that so many fodder died. That was
harrowing. I was like, no. I keep going like, are they dead? Are they really dead? Or...
That was sad when they died.
That was harrowing.
He said he's laughing at Kiba. Kiba. He said, I really felt sad for Kurenai, which is the girl with the baby.
Oh, I know. That was really sad. You see, when a character like him dies, that is quite a big deal. When you were saying that there was something else, I'm like, I can't remember exactly what you said, but I was like, she's pregnant.
No, I was saying that, like, there was something more to make it more sad.
And I just knew.
And you're like, more sad? She has a baby, she's pregnant. Like, wow, you guessed it instantly, too. By the way, you guessed it, like, the first guess.
That's really sad. I felt so bad.
Sadish says, do you think they will ever show you more of Kurenai and her powers and child in Boruto?
I hope so.
I can say, since I've been watching Boruto... Spoiler alert, you do see the daughter of Kurenai.
Did we see
she is a shinobi.
Wedding?
You see you see the baby at the wedding, but it's kind of like a toddler by then.
Yeah.
You do see that child as a shinobi in Boruto. You see her around not quite often, just a few times here and there she's in the story. And she's pretty cool. However, Kurenai is kind of retired. She's not a shinobi. She's kind of just like a normal person. After she got pregnant, that was it for her career as a ninja, I guess. She just became a mom and just stopped being a ninja.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
You got to keep yourself safe. For one, she's already lost a dad.
I think she was old. She's old enough. I think she's like Tsunade's age, and she's kind of just done with being ninja, I guess. I don't know. But you do see that child. I don't remember their name, unfortunately. I should know everybody's name, but it's a new enough character for me that I don't really know them that well. She looks a lot like her mom in the eyes. The hair is kind of a mix.
always liked the fact that she was dressed slightly different to all of the other all of the other sensei. Like, I liked that about her. She was edgy.
She was edgy. She's like, ooh, I might watch it now. Well, I'm not gonna say that she's in there a lot. Like, the daughter is not in there all the time. She is right now. There's like a filler arc going on in Boruto. Filler. It's still going on. They move from one filler arc to another filler arc.
Must be so
and
sad.
it has to do with her, Kakashi, and Guy. And they're just doing this little, like, they're acting as civilians on this mission or something. Acting like normal guys or whatever. But I see her on there, and she's kind of been like a forefront character on that. He said, Derek just retired Kurenai. She's retired.
Might come back.
She's retired. If you watch Boruto, she's literally in normal clothes and just hanging around the school and just not.
I don't feel like we got to see enough of her powers. Because we only saw her like the one time.
The one time that she fought against Itachi.
And she didn't do very well.
And she got her butt whooped. And she's like, well, I guess I'm done being a ninja. I'll get pregnant and that's it.
That experience. And to be fair, I feel like Itachi is probably one of the strongest in the show.
Yes, that's a theory.
He was always ill when we saw him, and he still could just beat everybody.
He was always ill, or he was always held back in some way, where he couldn't kill his enemy, or he had to do something. We've never seen Itachi go all out in perfect health. We have no idea what that guy.
How strong his brother is. I think he must be one of the strongest shinobi.
Probably. There's always a thing of could Itachi defeat Madara? He probably could have.
He could have. I think he could have. I don't know how, but that would have been a good fight.
That would have been a really good fight. So Tanisha said, "What do you think about Guy Sensei?"
Oh, I mean, he's very lovable, isn't he?
What did you think when you first saw him? You thought he was gay. You did? You thought he was gay because he shows up like this? Hello, everybody!
It's quite an entrance. I mean, not that that's a bad thing, but he grew on me as it went on. He was, I don't know, it seems as though he's like the father of...
Everyone thinks he's the secret father of Rock Lee. But we'll never know.
I mean, some people say it's a whole clan. I have seen things where, like, in the Shinobi War, they like, drew some people...
The Guy clan?
Yeah, the Guy clan. Somehow they reproduce without women. Although some people then say that he had a baby with Tenten.
Rock Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, people think Rock Lee and Tenten got together to make Metal Lee. But it's never shown. It's never shown, ever.
But I do like my guy. His voice actor was brilliant.
The voice actor for my guy for dub, amazing. And the way he says Kakashi.
And it was interesting. I liked it when we saw his backstory. I thought that was
his dad?
nice. It was quite a late backstory, but it was really nice.
That's why I think he should have died, because usually when they show backstories, that's the end of their story.
I mean, it was nice that he had his moment, you know, opening all of the inner gates.
And almost killing Madara. Six past Madara.
You know, that's pretty strong. And I like his little, you know, battles, competitions with Kakashi.
His little
and the way he
rival.
says Kakashi.
Yeah.
I liked him. He was not one of my favorites, but he's up there.
He's a funny one, for sure. Sean said, what about Jiraiya's death, though?
Oh. Why would you remind me of that? I feel like he didn't get as big a send-off as he could have. Like, it felt like he kind of went in... It was a fairly long fight, but not the longest. I don't know. I felt like he could have done a bit better. I know it was very difficult against Pain, but then when you consider Pain was just like the lowest in the whole
lowest
hierarchy
tier compared to Madara and Kaguya and all that.
I think it was sad. I was really hopeful that he might come back from the dead, like,
As a reanimation?
As either a reanimation or... But I'm kind of glad they didn't bring him back.
The author said he didn't because he didn't want to ruin the impact of his death in the story.
Yeah, it was really sad. Especially, like, Naruto's reaction.
Naruto's reaction always gets me. I always cry. When I see Naruto just crying...
We both cried a lot during this.
There was a lot of crying to be had in this story. Tanisha said, Guy is where Derek gets his intro from his YouTube video. It looks like so, hello everyone, like hello everybody. No, that's not where I got it from. I actually don't know why I came up with that for my intro. It just happened to be my intro. Sean says, yeah, I agree. I thought he was just on a small mission, not a death mission. For Jiraiya.
I don't know, I felt like he might, the way that he was talking to Tsunade, like, and she was betting on him not to die.
They were subtly hinting. They were subtly hinting that he was gonna die.
But I thought he would pull through somehow. That's why, because there's so many people, there's so many deaths that then they came back. And, like, there were so many times where I was like, do you know they're not dead, are they? Like, are they actually dead?
With anime, you can get a hole blown through your chest and still be alive. So, you never know
But
sometimes.
now that ends up, like, when we're watching live action, like, we're watching Sherlock, and you don't think that she's dead when she's been shot by a bullet. You think everyone can come back to life.
Okay, in Sherlock, when this girl gets shot with a bullet, I'm thinking there's no way she's dead.
He didn't cry, because he's like,
They're playing this up like she's gonna die. Oh, it's okay. I'm like, yeah, right. She's not gonna die. It felt too soon. And then he's actually dead. And I'm like, oh snap, she's actually died. Okay.
Yeah, but it was sad. So sad.
It was sad. That was a sad death. Tanisha says, can you name all of Naruto's classmates?
No. It's a short answer. I'm
No.
so bad at all the names. Okay.
I can name all of them.
You can name everyone plus their surnames.
including the last name.
He's watched it too many times. I'll have a go. Okay.
Okay.
All of his class. Wait, okay. Oh god. I'm not gonna do surnames. I know Naruto Uzumaki.
Yes. Good job.
Sasuke, Uchiha, Sakura. Don't know her last name.
Haruno.
I would not have got that. You don't know a lot about her backstory, really. Like her parents or anything don't really feature much.
No.
I've seen her a few times. Okay, and so they're Team 7.
That's Team 7, yeah.
Also added in with Sai, but he wasn't one of the classmates.
No.
I don't know. His story was kind of sad. I quite liked him in the end as a character.
He turned out to be a funny character.
Yeah, he did. I don't know. He's now with Ino.
Yamanaka.
Shoji.
Akamichi.
I'm not gonna get any of these names. I think I'm doing well with the names.
They're doing pretty good.
And and Shikamaru.
Shikamaru Nara.
When do they mention these? How do you know them?
They've said it many times.
No.
From the Nara clan, Akamichi clan, and the Yamanaka clan.
You've just been in late night revision sessions.
Yes.
Okay, then we got Kiba. I don't really care for.
Aburame.
Good for you.
No, it's Shino Aburame. What's Kiba's name?
Oh, you just gave me another one, Shino.
Shino.
The bug guy. I just called him the bug guy all the time. And Hinata.
I actually don't remember
Is she
Kiba's
a
right now.
Hyuga?
Hinata Hyuga.
Oh, I got one. And Neji.
Neji Hyuga.
1010.
We actually never hear Tenten's last name.
Really? Interesting.
That's how irrelevant Tenten is.
And Rock Lee.
Rock Lee.
Was he one of them?
Lee's his last name, I
nothing.
think.
Was he one of the classmates?
Yeah. He's a classmate with Neji and Tenten.
Okay. Is that everyone? Have I missed someone?
I wasn't keeping track.
Oh.
I think that's all the main
I think that's all the main ones.
Yeah, so.
I'm pretty proud of myself.
Okay. What's the dog's name?
I always try to call him Orochimaru, you know?
Orochimaru.
You know? I don't know why, because it's Okamaru.
Akamaru, yeah, there you go. Good job. Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, Inuzuka. Kiba Inuzuka. There we go.
Oh, okay.
I do know his last name. I was scared for a second. Out of all the episodes you've seen, what is your most satisfying moment when you watched?
Ooh, most satisfying moment. That's a really difficult one. I don't even know. It depends what we're classing as satisfying.
What, where you felt enjoyed, I guess? I don't know.
Where I felt enjoyed.
Where you were enjoying the show.
Yeah. That is so tough. Have you got one?
For me? Oh my god, there's so many
There's
moments.
so many. I can tell you my most harrowing.
What's the most harrowing?
Do you need to ask me?
No.
Naruto's dad and mum being like in the chest. I was sobbing.
You have no idea how much she cried when Naruto's parents died and their final speech to their son. You actually made no sound whatsoever.
I wasn't even breathing.
You weren't even breathing. I thought you were just dead. And then I look at you and it's just...
and I was close to that bad when the third Hokage died.
The third Hokage's funeral got you,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That was a tough one for you, yeah. I don't know what other ones. Oh, the old lady, Granny Chia.
Yeah, when she died, that was quite sad. Most satisfying? That's really difficult. I don't even know.
There's so many satisfying
I'll come
moments.
back to you on that one.
Tanisha said, I think Sakura's backstory is more on the fillers, probably.
Oh, is it? He didn't let me watch the fillers.
We didn't watch any filler. Nothing. The only filler that we technically watched was the Road to Naruto movie. Because I actually kind of enjoyed that movie. But that's all filler, so. Satisfying might be the wrong word. And Tanisha said, can you name all of the Hokages in order
no.
and their children?
Why are you doing this to me? Okay. Oh no, I don't think I can. Oh, and their children. My goodness. Okay.
Who's the first Hokage? His name?
I don't know if you told me. Oh, wait, Tobirama's the second.
Yeah.
Oh, what's his name?
I'll give you a clue. Last name is Senju.
Thanks. Is Tobirama's as well?
Tobirama Senju, yeah.
Oh, Madara and... Oh no! I'm totally forgot. I know if you told me it. You have to tell me. Hashirama. And I like him. He was a good character. I'm so glad they brought the Hokage back.
That was cool.
That was a nice moment. I like that. And then I don't know what the third was called. It kind of passed me by his name. They always call him the third.
Hiruzen.
Oh, I would not.
Sarutobi.
Sarutobi. That's quite a grand name, isn't it? Sarutobi.
The Sarutobi clan.
I like that. And then Minato.
Namikaze.
And then Tsunade.
Yeah. Although we never really hear her last name. She'd be a Senju, I think.
Oh yeah, because she's the granddaughter.
She's the granddaughter, but I don't know who had her. I don't know who her parents are.
No, that was what I was gonna say. So I don't know who his son or daughter was,
No.
and then who the granddaughter. I don't know Tobirama's children.
I don't think he had any children. I don't know.
And then the third had because his grandson is.
You know his son's name. You know who his son is.
It was the guy who died.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Asuma
Sensei.
Yeah, and then his
nephew, I think, because you never actually find out who his parents are.
Yeah.
What's he called? He's like Big Brother Naruto. Oh no, I'm so bad at names. Konohamaru. And then we got to Tsunade. She didn't have any kids. Minato, obviously Naruto. And then Kakashi didn't have any children.
And Naruto.
And then Naruto, who has Boruto and Himawari?
Oh, close. Himawara.
There we go. I've only just watched one episode with them in, so.
Technically, the movie was the movie and that little short of Naruto becoming Hokage.
Yeah.
So that's all you got of them. So there you go. Good job, by the way.
I'm trying to decide who my favorite Kage was. Hokage or even Kage. I really did like the first. I feel like we didn't see enough of Minato.
I feel like he kind of didn't show Minato's full power.
No, because they say that he's one of the strongest Hokage, but you don't really see he just loses his arms.
He just loses his arms and it's it for him. Said, what did it say? Let's see. And he said, that's why you got through it so fast because you didn't watch the fillers.
He didn't let me.
It's not worth it.
I might go back one day and watch them, but...
Sean said, Tanisha, these are some hard questions.
The names are my most difficult. They said to ask questions. So which clans exactly was Naruto from? He was from the Uzumaki clan. And they normally have red hair, but he didn't.
Yeah, because He got his
dad's
dad's hair.
hair.
But he did get the life energy that the
From his
Uzumaki
mom.
got.
And there was a couple of other Uzumakis. The girl, the Sasuke.
Yeah, Karin. She's an
That was
Uzumaki.
it.
And who's the other one? The one that was actually Pain?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm so bad at it.
Nagato. He's an Uzumaki. Yeah.
At least when I say the names, I say them right because
Madara.
We watched a video where a guy just massacred all the names. It's like the Akatsuki got the Jinchuruki.
It was awful. Least favorite character.
I didn't care for Black Zetsu at all. I didn't think he was necessary, particularly. And then when he was still alive, when he was like a smiling little face in her glove and in her sleeve, it's like, sorry? Then I don't like Kiba at all.
A lot of fans do, to be honest.
I like the bit where they made him like cats. In that one.
In the movie.
In the movie where it was all opposite. I liked that. I said right. And I don't know. I didn't really care for 1010. She annoyed me. When she got that fan, she's like, I'm so good with this. It's like, that's the power of fan, not your fan.
It's like, I'm so amazing. No, you still suck 1010.
And I really didn't like Killer Bee at the beginning. His rhymes and rapping really got on my nerves, but it grew on me.
It actually grew on you.
I think it grew on me, but I did like him, although I felt like he did nothing to help the war effort.
He did at first. When
but
it was just him and Naruto, and then after that, it's like, bye, Killer Bee.
Yeah, I think he could have done more. He was pretty strong.
They kind of shoved him aside.
He did.
Let's see. We answered that one. I heard about that guy. He said, I prefer Kiba's dog, personally.
Yeah, although when he's big, I was like, what happened to him? He was so small.
It's like, Killer Bee, worst character ever.
That dude.
I felt sorry for Eight Tails.
I know. Eight Tails has had a pretty rough one, really. And he went back to Killer Bee in the end. I mean, it's nice that they had a friendship. And it was nice that he got, like, Naruto to help.
It was nice that he taught Naruto how to use the
although
Nine
really
Tails.
it was kind of his mum who helped him in the end.
No, but how to use the Nine Tails power effectively. Like, to use the arms and all that stuff.
They were a nice team, but I feel like he could have done more. And his rapping got a bit
Krishan said, he said, I still dislike Killer Bee. That dude just annoyed me. Like, yes. I never liked Killer Bee. I still don't like Killer Bee. I don't think I'll ever like Killer Bee.
I feel like he could have occasionally rhymed, but didn't have to rhyme the whole
Every
time.
single time.
Although the one thing that was nice was that he was kind of ostracized like Naruto was, but he kind of
took it differently.
Over him a bit more.
Yeah, he just ignored all the hate that he got. And just rapped.
Which is a good lesson to us all. No, I did like him kind of. I think I preferred him when he was little. He was quite cute with his rapping.
I love the flashback of when Ninetales was little. He was crying and the six it disappeared. When the six pass went away, I cried at that part. Wait, I completely misread that. I love the flashback of when Ninetales was little.
Oh,
and he was crying. Oh yeah.
When they're little.
Yes.
They're so cute.
It was when the Ninetales was crying because the old man was gonna die or
that
whatever.
one though, yeah. That was really sad.
Yeah. Or
it was a nice
little baby Ninetales.
Baby Ninetales.
Yeah, he turned into straight Kanye West.
He did. It was very stereotyped. It was a bit much.
It was a bit much.
Although, props to the translators, like I said. Translating those raps must have been so...
To make them rhyme and match the lip movements? Well freaking done.
Yeah.
What was your favorite episode? That's the next question.
Oh, my favorite episode? I don't know. This is a bit the same as most satisfying moment. That'd probably be in the most favorite episode. There's so many that stand out. I'm trying to think of what my...
I'll list my favorites to see if they match.
Okay.
So my favorites, my first favorite episode is probably Rock Lee versus Gaara.
That is a good fight.
And then the next favorite is Naruto versus Sasuke, their first fight at the Valley of the End. When it actually gets like really crazy.
Yeah, although he looked really stupid with his curse mark.
His curse mark thing looked dumb. My next favorite would probably be Naruto versus Pain. When Naruto goes Ninetales mode.
I did like that.
And he has to use planetary devastation on Naruto. That's amazing. I love that episode. I can watch that episode all the time. Obito turning crazy and killing everybody when he sees Rin die, and he just unlocks the manga kill and just like goes nuts. I love that episode. And the finale. I love the Naruto versus Sasuke part 2.
I liked that, but I felt they were so exhausted that it was. They didn't need to fight. They could have had a nap before fighting. They didn't have to go straight off to fight. I really liked it when we knew that Itachi was good. I liked it when he was brought back after we knew that he was good, and he sorted out Helmet Man.
Kabuto. You've never remembered his name even to this day.
I liked it when he sorted him out and then was talking to Sasuke and all that. I liked that bit. That was, I don't know. I feel like one of my favorite episodes has to either have Itachi in it or I'm so bad at names. Or Gara in it. I really like both of them for some reason.
There you go. Gara's had good moments with his dad and stuff. Moments.
Yeah, they have so many sad backstories.
Yeah, that's what makes anime so good, is all the characters have horrible backstories. There's death and loss and heartbreak.
A lot of loss, a lot of heartbreak, and a lot of tears for me.
Exactly. I don't know. I'm behind on these.
You're getting behind.
Where exactly did the sixth pass actually go? He just died. And then disintegrated into the afterlife. I have no idea.
Which bit is that?
When stage of six pass, when he died, where did he go? It's like, well, I don't know. It's never explained, so I have no idea. Sean says, "You fool, you fool." What does that mean? It's most satisfying for me when reanimated Madara shows up. I still get chills. Yes, that is an episode I completely forgot. That's one of my favorites. Is when Madara first shows up, the real Madara. And he just kills everybody with a giant freaking meteor.
I did like...
That's an amazing episode.
I did like all of the episodes which had twists in them. Like, where it suddenly was like, oh my god. Like, when we find out that Toby isn't, like, the lovable Toby who I adored.
She liked Toby. But when Toby turned into Madara and then became Obito, yeah, she liked Goofy Toby mask. You didn't like him at first, and then you're like, I like him. The
first moment, he was really annoying. After that, I was like, all for him.
Like, he's the main villain. He's awesome. I like the episode when they reanimate everyone, and there's that teacher which is trying to let the students know not to attack
that was really sad.
His mirage.
It was really sad when they were all trying to be like, this is how you defeat me. It's like, oh. And especially when they had Tsunate's old boyfriend as well.
When he showed up.
He seemed quite powerful.
He was actually, you never really know how powerful he was, but that's the reason they brought him back, because he's actually a really talented shinobi.
Yeah.
But you didn't really get to see him doing that much, because they captured him and then just kind of kept him sealed.
And then he kind of saved her in the end. That
Turned
was
into a little ghost.
I liked all the reanimated bits. I thought it was really cool.
It's interesting you said a lot of fans hate the reanimation stuff.
I thought it poses a moral dilemma. But I thought it was interesting, a way of bringing people back. And I'm like, why didn't you just keep all of the reanimated people? Then you could just have everyone around.
They're supposed to be dead. They don't belong in the world.
He could see his grandchildren.
He's not meant to. Which one of Gaara's powers was your most and least favorite? Of Gaara's powers.
When he says, which is the one that he killed? He didn't kill him. Which was the one that he nearly killed Rock Lee with?
That sand coffin.
Coffin or whatever. That was a really harrowing one. Like, that was awful. And I really thought, I thought he'd really, done him in for the rest of his life. I thought he was never going to walk again.
It's like sand coffin or sand burial.
Didn't he have Sand Coliseum at one point?
That's Grand, it's like Grand Sand Mausoleum.
Mausoleum, that's it. Yeah, those were
Sand Mausoleum and Grand Sand Mausoleum.
I liked the one, though, where he managed to save the whole village by...
encompassing
the sand.
I like Sand Tsunami.
Do you remember when we had to watch the next episode? It was super late, but the whole of the Sand Village was about to be destroyed, and I was like, we have to watch the next episode. I don't care how late it is.
You're like, I have to see what happened. They left you on a lot of cliffhangers in that show. Least favorite though? I don't know.
Well, that's what I mean. I didn't like the one where he nearly kills Rock Lee.
Oh, that's one you don't like. Oh, okay.
That was
I
too
love all
gory.
Gory? No, it's amazing. Following closely second was when Rock Lee fought Gaara. Yeah, that is amazing fight. That's actually for fan wise, that is the number one fight in the show. Fan wise, like that's the one.
It was a good one.
Because they like it because of the way it was, and because of the moral lesson of like practicing to get strong versus already have talent. So, those questions. Now I have to unlock your phone somehow to get to the rest of the questions.
You know my password.
Least favorite episode.
The least favorite was when Black Zetsu
talked for an hour.
Talked for the whole time because it was really boring. We knew it all already, and it was really dull.
I did my best to cut out really dull bits.
I know, but there was no saving that episode.
Yeah, least favorite for me. I have no idea. I did not like Kabuto's fight with Itachi and Sasuke. I thought that fight was kind of boring, to be honest.
I quite liked it because of
There's an episode that is canon that we skipped of Hanzo the Salamander.
Oh, I didn't like it when he... Wait, was Donzo? That reminded me of Donzo. I didn't like it when Donzo had all those eyes in his arm. I thought he just used those... That was the worst fight. When he was fighting against Sasuke, he uses all of his eyes just to bring himself back to life. It was like, can't you just fight properly? That was such a waste. It was the worst fight ever.
It was the worst fight because Donzo wasn't even trying.
No.
He was letting himself get killed. It's like, man, you're supposed to be like a top tier dude.
They're supposed to be
last minute resort, like if you need them to use them. He was just spamming it.
He was like, oh, I'm gonna die.
He got hit by a shuriken and died. You're like, no one gets killed by shuriken in this show.
Oh, that was really dumb. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I don't know what else was my least favorite. There's a lot of episodes that feel kind of slow, but are necessary for the story.
I kind of didn't really like it when they went in the film when they went off to the like imaginary land, you know, where everybody was different.
The Road to Naruto?
Yeah.
Where they're all opposite? That's filler, though, to be fair.
I didn't really care for the one where he and Hinata fall in love. I thought it was... That one was slow.
The last Naruto the movie?
Yeah.
That was a slow movie.
And it just wasn't... It seemed very forced.
Well, there. You don't like those movies. That's what it is. I can see. Just because he was a guy with no powers and he just fought with pure talent, talking about Rock Lee versus Gaara. I like to pretend Black Zetsu doesn't exist.
Yeah. He wasn't necessary particularly. And I got really confused the whole time. I kept saying to you, like, who are these Zetsu people?
I couldn't say anything. Tanisha says, if you had to save one of the characters before they got killed, that got reanimated, which one would it be and why?
The dad.
Naruto's dad?
No, not oh, well, I mean, I guess. But I would have, I meant Asuma Sensei.
So he could be around to raise his kid.
Yeah, before they got reanimated, so that's one of the reanimated people. Or Itachi. I feel like he deserves to be recognized for his good.
It's sad that Itachi never got recognized as the hero he is.
No.
He has to always be the villain
in history. Even when he was reanimated, I feel like everybody could have...
Everyone's like, whoever saved us right now is a hero to the world. And it's Itachi. And no one's ever going to know it was Itachi. Except for Sasuke and probably Naruto. That's it.
That's sad. I feel like he should have given him some sort of... When he became Hokage, he should have given some sort of award posthumous to
Itachi. People would be like, why?
He murdered his... told them the truth.
I don't know how that would have went down, honestly. The Zetsu exists due to the yin-yang balance, people. He might have had a purpose somewhere. I don't know. Like the good and evil type of thing. Because they were kind of a yin-yang, the black and the white.
The white were kind of just clothes to make an army, really. Although I quite like their personality.
They had a weird personality. They had like
The
a.
whole time I was like, who's this plant guy? He's got this weird head thing.
He has like the antlers or something.
And he was, because it always seemed like he was second in command almost.
Mm-hmm.
But then because it sort of turned out he was in command.
He was,
but he wasn't because then there was somebody above him. And
there's someone above them, and there's somebody above them. Just keeps going forever. Character that you're most like.
I think we've done that one, haven't we?
Which one are you most like? Not
Oh, that I am most similar to. Ooh, I like Shikamaru because I feel like I'm like him in being quite logical about things. I'm very that way inclined. I feel like in a fight I'd be about as good as Sakura before
That's
she gets
just
the strength.
mean.
But I feel like I was kind of like Hinata when I was little. I was just the little one in the class, like
the little shy one.
The little shy girl.
I have no idea who I would be like. I want to say Naruto just because he's the hero, and like, yes, I am Naruto, but no. Tinsha says they very much did have weird personalities, the Zetsu.
They did, but I liked it. But it was interesting, like, it seemed like they were helping Obito, like when they were down in that cave, whatever. But I guess they kind of weren't.
It was all to manipulate him.
Yeah.
It was all to just trick him, basically.
But they had a really funny personality.
Especially the spiral one. You like the spiral Zetsu.
What's your butt?
What does it feel like to poo?
Oh, that bit was weird. I forgot about that bit. I'd block that out.
How many dogs does Kakashi summon?
Oh.
I don't actually know that one.
Oh,
either.
in fact, he doesn't
A
know.
lot.
A lot.
There's a big one. There's Biscuit, which is my.
There's one of them called Biscuit. Oh, like your little horse.
Yeah, it's the one that has the color around his eye, and he was talking smack to Sakura. I was like, you're gonna do that, you're not gonna get any boys. That one, that's Biscuit.
I like the one, the pug.
The pug.
He does a lot.
Pakun.
Mm-hmm.
That's his name. There's one with the long snout. I feel like there was a few other ones. There's one with glasses, I think.
I feel like maybe 7 to 10 or something.
Maybe. I have no idea.
If you know, let us know.
Shaw says, what did you think about Kimimaru's weird Orochimaru obsession? Kimimaru, if you don't remember, is the bone guy.
The bone guy, I was going to say. Yeah, he was a strange character. I don't know how to feel about him. I don't know, who would want to just give up their body as a vessel to someone else?
I feel like it makes sense just because of the way he grew up.
And he saved
where he was
him.
confined his whole life from his crazy clan. By the way, if you don't remember this. The Bone Guy's clan, his clan name, was the Kaguya clan.
Oh, and he does look very similar.
And he has the things here, and his technique is the bone technique, which is what Kaguya was using on Obito and them, was the bones.
Just learned something new.
There you go. Their clan was weirdly connected. But yeah, he grew up confined and like tortured, it looked like, and then he was just released only to kill and murder people. So then the snake guy Orochimaru comes along, and then he shows him like, oh, you're important, I need you, and I guess he kind of felt like this guy's a god to me.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. It's just it is weird.
Follower. It's a bit like Stockholm syndrome.
Pretty much. If you could have any of their powers, which two would you choose?
Any of the powers, which two would I choose?
And Sean says Kimimaru, the bone guy, was a wildling, which you don't know what a wildling is because that's Game of Thrones stuff.
Was he a wildling?
Was he a wildling? Probably. Crazy
I'll
freaking
come back
people.
on that one when he's showing me Game of Thrones.
But any of their power, if you could have any of their powers, which two would you choose?
Ooh.
I would like the Rinnegan. Sure.
You just go straight for them, like most powerful.
Rinnegan, I felt like was the most versatile of like all of them.
It's pretty nifty.
It's pretty nifty.
Which would be a really cool one to have, though, just to be able to like play with.
I like Gaara's sand abilities.
I was thinking Gaara's sand abilities because he can help other people with it, which is what I quite like. Like he could protect loads of people. Although I loved how he had a massive sand thing when he was little, and then when he was big, it was like tiny.
He's a little side one.
Oh, you would like the 8 gates one, but then you would die.
You would die after.
As long as you don't use the last one, that's pretty.
8 gates
OP.
is an amazing one. Rinnegan and 8 gates. There you go.
Wow, you going right for the top.
No one can stop me. Be like, open 7 gates and Rinnegan.
You don't want to be like Choji, just be like.
Expand.
Go massive. You can stand on everything.
No. I like the Rasengan. I like actually not Rasengan, but the Rasen Shuriken. I really like. I think it's a cool ability, and it's really like it kills a lot of things. He met like a following generation of the people who created the planet Naruto was on. From your previous reference of his clan Kimimaru.
To do with the Game of Thrones thing.
Oh, okay. Following generation of people who created. Okay, yeah. So the Game of Thrones one.
I don't know anything about Game of Thrones. I'm sorry. I've not got there yet.
It's okay. You don't have to know yet. I'll get you there eventually once
One
I have.
of the only live action ones that he has to show me. All of mine are live action.
All of yours are live action. No cartoons. Most harrowing episode.
Oh, we've already done that one.
That was Naruto's parents dying, right? Yeah, that's probably the most harrowing one. Favorite.
I don't understand how much I cried.
Favorite villain.
That's a good one. You see, I did like Madara, but it kind of annoyed me towards the end how OP he was. And the fact that then he just got killed by Black Zetsu, like, you're disposed of now, that was not a fitting end for him. I did like the pains, and I liked the fact that they were being controlled by Nagato, but I thought it was kind of weird at the end. The talk no jutsu was a little bit cheesy.
How you can talk people into changing their ways.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice idea.
It's an anime trope.
Yeah,
actually.
I think they overused it a tad. Although he didn't manage to get Madara, so good for him sticking to his principles.
Madara kind of changed at the end, but not really.
I think Obito.
My voice like.
You gotta drink.
I'm drinking.
You gotta drink. You drink.
I'm drinking.
The main disappointment from the show was Madara. Yeah, he was really promising, and then when he became mortal, it was kind of weird because it was like two sides. It was like he's back, like properly back, but then he couldn't die because then he'd actually die.
I would have loved if Madara. This is how I saw it. If Kaguya took over, like it did, the way that it did, but then Madara somehow from within took control.
Yeah, that would have been good.
And then had the powers of Kaguya.
Yeah.
And but it was actually Madara.
She was kind of a letdown at the end. She was only there for a tiny little bit, and she was beaten quite easily.
Yeah,
compared to Madara.
Madara was the final villain for me. And if it's not, and they say like Kaguya is, Sasuke is technically the final villain. Because he's the final one. He's the final one that they fight. So
yeah.
But yeah, favorite villain for me is a difficult one. I would normally say Pain right off the bat. Pain is my favorite villain because of his backstory and the way he thinks and his powers and abilities and the impact that he had on the story. How many people he killed. I mean, they all came back to life except for Jiraiya, but like he did a lot in the story versus, the rest of them.
See, I think Hinata should have died like at that moment.
She should have died to be brought back, yeah, because it would have been more shocking. Although it might have been obvious that she'd be coming back. Like, there's no way.
I really thought Kakashi was dead, and I thought Choji's dad was dead. And I thought everyone
was dead. I like Madara, obviously. He's probably my favorite, but I liked Mask Obito. Where he was still pretending to be Madara. Yeah. But not the mask of the white one with the 2 eyes. Yeah. Just the orange mask.
The orange mask was the best.
With the Akatsuki cloak. That Obito was one of my favorites because he played a role that was like, God, this guy knows everything, planning everything, just manipulating everything. Like the way he talks. And his powers, you didn't know what his powers were. He could slip through things. You're like, whoa.
That was a really cool power.
Cool stuff. But then when his mask came off, it was like, oh, This guy's a joke now.
What about favorite Akatsuki member? I was just thinking, I quite liked, was it Kisame? The shark one.
You like Kisame?
I kind of liked him, like, towards the end. And I've seen things on Instagram about, like, how he was actually quite close with Itachi.
He was. They actually kind of were, like, friends almost in the end.
I quite liked him.
It wasn't really friends as much as they really respected each other. At least Kisame really respected Itachi, in a way.
And I thought DeGRA was hilarious.
DeGRA, I don't like DeGRA.
Art is an explosion.
I liked Hedon, which is the guy that can kill people, not die. Like, he doesn't die.
He was a strange character because technically, is he still alive?
I like his character, his personality, and how crazy he was.
But it annoyed me that they didn't really talk about who this person.
Joshi.
Yeah, they didn't really discuss who that is. Like, he got immortality, which is what.
Well, there's a problem with that Game of Thrones. There's like this Lord of Light. Spoiler alert! There's a Lord of Light that they always talk about in Game of Thrones. And you see the people who follow this Lord of Light can do really amazing things. And you're like, is he an actual god? Like, what is this? And you never know. You never find out. It's like,
it annoys me
it's
when
so weird.
writers come up with something and then don't quite explain it.
It's kind of left to the audience to infer. Would you say the Sage of Six Paths was a hero, a villain, or a tool? Sage of Six Paths? I think he was a hero. I think he just didn't. I think he thought he was way more smart than he actually was. I think he thought he was so wise and doing things the right way, but then things came back to bite him in the butt.
I think overall, though, like, if he hadn't given the powers to Sasuke and Naruto, they wouldn't have been able to really fight.
Yeah, because he was like, I gave all my power to my younger son because he's talking about love, and I think that's the right way to go. And then they fight each other and they're against each other.
Sibling rivalry.
So they say, okay, I'll give both people powers, and they still fought. So to me, the guy is, I don't know. Who would he be a tool of? Of his mother? Maybe his mother, but I mean, they went against his mother. So.
Yeah. I think overall he was an interesting character. It's kind of, I find it bizarre that they're all, I don't really buy into this alien race kind of thing.
Kagi is an alien. Or a being from a different dimension.
It should be about ninjas. When it starts coming from different dimensions, I'm a bit like,
Yeah, it's because the author loves Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Z is space and aliens and stuff. I think he kind of tried to bring that. He tried to open the universe up a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Sasuke is the easiest character to manipulate. He was not shinobi goals when it came to him being loyal to one side. Sasuke he's easy to manipulate, but he never thought he was being manipulated. Like,
I mean, it depends. Like, Orochimaru didn't really. He did actually turn on him in the end. He kind of they both used each other.
And Obito tried to manipulate Sasuke, but Sasuke didn't. Kind of did his own thing. Like, I want to destroy the Leaf Village. And he's like, well, yes, that's good. I need you to do this too. He's like, no. Kind of bugged him a little bit. He only did the Eight Tails thing, but then he kind of just like, I want to do my own thing. So I don't know if he was. I think he manipulated himself. Sasuke manipulated himself to be evil. Shad says Obito went from Darth Vader to Aiden Christensen. Yeah, if you don't know who Aiden Christensen is, he's the actor who plays Anakin in the Star Wars movies that I showed you. The older Anakin, not the young one. And compared to Darth Vader, which is true. Darth Vader seems like a very menacing character, and Aiden and this guy is like a whiny baby. Yeah, I think that was all the ones that are on there. Yeah, I thought that no one popped up. So I forgot what that question was. What was it? Villain? Least favorite villain? Black Zetsu?
I mean, can you even count him as anything?
Kaguya. Either Kaguya or Black Zetsu for me is probably my least favorite villain.
I really didn't like Kaguya. She was like, it was like
she had no story.
Fit her in right at the end for no apparent reason.
And then and to get sealed away. It's like, wow, good job, Kaguya.
I quite liked. I don't think there's enough mention of the guy at the beginning who was the big villain at the.
Orochimaru?
No, I know his name. The guy with the bridge builder. And
Zabuza.
Yeah, and the girl / boy.
Zabuza and Haku.
Yeah, I think that they were actually interesting. I'm going to put a light on them. It's getting dark.
It's starting to get dark.
I thought that they were actually quite interesting villains.
Yeah,
I didn't like them at first.
they were fantastic villains to introduce you to the world of Naruto. That's what the whole first arc was, to introduce you to this is how the fights are, this is how the villains are, these are how the stories are. It was a nice first arc to get into that. Would you see a live action of Naruto if they made it?
Yeah, I would see it. I don't know if I'd like it. It would depend.
I am telling you now, they actually are making one. Yeah, but
let's go all see it. And
but
we can make a big live stream about that too.
But it's not past the script phase yet because the guy who's directing it is a huge fan of Naruto. Is it going to be in
Japanese?
No, it's in Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
The guy's a huge fan of Naruto, and he is writing the story.
So it's not the original writer?
No. He's writing the story, and then he presents it to the original writer. Oh, and if the original writer says yes, then they're going to do it. If he says no...
Are they basing it on already what's happened, or a new story?
I have no idea. So he's been presenting it to the author, and the author has been denying a lot of them. So he goes back to the drawing board, and hasn't passed that phase as far as I know.
Have any other animes gone? Because I know that
live action.
Have all of them?
No, a lot of them have.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
How well do they normally turn out?
Horrible.
You see, because there was
horrible.
Avatar. That was terrible, apparently.
Yes.
But they're doing another one that's meant to be better. I don't know.
No, that's the Netflix version.
Yeah, the Netflix.
Which is from the original creators doing that one, but
I think the hardest thing is the casting, because you have this idea of what the person is
looks like, yeah,
and how they act and their voice and everything, and everybody's always going to bring a new character to the character. So it's like, I would go watch it, but I don't know how much I'd like it.
This is the thing, okay, that I have a problem with, is that you have comic books, okay, and you have manga. They're essentially the same thing. One's Japanese, one's American. They take comic books and make them into live action movies, and they're very well done, and they're very, very successful. One of the most successful movies. And then you have manga live action or anime and then live action, and they're awful. It's like, how can they get it to where it's like the comic book? Because comic books, they use powers and these crazy fights that would never happen in real life, and they're able to do it so realistically and well.
But it's comparing it to anime where like you can actually see and hear the people, and then you got to see and hear a new person.
But they have TV shows of they have cartoons. They have cartoons.
I have seen cartoon versions.
So I don't know why they can't translate it well onto the live.
Maybe one day they'll get it right.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
I would go see it though.
I would go see it for sure, even if I knew it was gonna be horrible.
So it'll be out. Oh, I suppose if they've not passed, they don't know when it'll be out.
It's just still working on it.
Let's just all go see it and see what we think.
Right, let's do it. Are we all in agreement that the Anbu Black Ops was garbage?
Yes, I kept saying that to you. The first time I said that to you, you're like, everybody says that.
They were like, they're the best of the best ninja. No, they weren't. They were fodder. They were actually there to die.
But they said, wasn't Kakashi supposed to have been in the Black Ops?
He was in Anbu.
And then Itachi?
Itachi was in the Anbu,
yeah. So, I mean, they had some good characters, but never when we saw them. They were very bad.
The only ones that we saw were just the ones that die, or the ones that were really important.
And then the two guys who just were always there.
Yeah.
Nobody knows the names of, and you always see.
Izumu, I think. Or
Izumu. Oh, you know one of their names?
I kind of know their names. It's the one with the strap around his nose, spiky hair, and the other one that, I don't know.
They used to have one that, like...
The one that has a toothpick.
Thing, yeah.
The random characters that nobody knows who they are. They're just there at the
All
start.
of those random side ones were just pretty rubbish.
That's what they needed to do, was make them better.
Would you buy an Akatsuki gown? Why not? They're pretty cool. I would get, if there was like a dressing gown made of it, I would wear one.
Like a dress robe? Like, yeah. If there was, I would get that.
Then
sure.
you have a t-shirt or something with the Akatsuki.
I have a t-shirt with the clouds.
Good logo.
It is a cool logo. My mom and dad don't like it.
Why?
Because it's very Japanese. Like, that is too Japanese. The clouds.
They lived in Japan.
They don't like Japan. Sorry about anybody who lives in Japan. Parents don't like it.
We want to go one day. You really want to go one day.
Someday, yes. Because I want to see if everyone actually lives anime lives. I want to see there's actually shinobi running around everywhere in Japan. There's titans and...
Who was the most pointless Akatsuki member? DeGRA was pretty... He just blew himself up. He was his own worst enemy in the end.
I feel like Conan might have been the most pointless.
Which one was he?
That was the girl, the purple hair girl.
I barely remember her, so I agree.
The paper with the paper.
Oh, her! I quite liked her. She wasn't really evil though, was she? She was only doing it because
of her Nagato and them.
Yeah. I feel like the guy that was with
the puppet guy, Sasori.
No, I quite liked Sasori.
He
was pretty good.
He was pretty cool.
If they hadn't have had Granny
Chio,
they would not have won that.
No,
Sakura
if it was just Sakura, she would have got annihilated.
But the one that was with the guy who couldn't die?
Oh, Kakuzu.
He was kind of
pointless. The heart stealing guy.
Yeah. He was a tough enemy.
He was a tough enemy, but
he wasn't really much. He didn't make a big impression on me.
No, not as much. To me, the guy who killed Asuma, the
Joshin guy.
Yeah, I forgot his name all of a sudden. Hedon.
Yeah,
Hedon was
quite
cool.
a big character.
Yeah, Kakuzu and them, not so much. I don't think. Let me get some more questions up here. Least favorite villain, favorite jutsu. What's your favorite?
That's a bit like what would I have if I could have it? I do quite like the shadow stitching. Quite interesting. I like the particle one.
Particle style.
That seems quite invincible, really. It didn't do much, surprisingly, but I feel like I
think it took a lot of chakra, is why they couldn't use it that much.
And I feel like it's sad that no one else can really use it. Like you said, was it his granddaughter or his daughter who ended up becoming his
granddaughter.
Hokage.
I think his granddaughter.
Yeah, it's like she should have inherited that, but she really wasn't very powerful.
No, she uses like this mud, like cement style type of thing.
I think the puppets one was quite interesting. I quite like that jutsu because you can use it on different people, on real people.
Yeah,
which is quite clever.
My favorite is planetary devastation.
You always go for the one right at the top.
It's because it's so cool. It's the whole Earth coming up and creating this giant moon, and then you can just send it to the Earth like a meteor. It's the best thing.
Quite a big one.
I like Russian Shuriken.
Yeah.
I like all his different kinds of Russian shurikens.
Yeah.
Like he did the tailed beast. But yeah, planetary devastation is my favorite for sure. There's so many different jutsus out there. It's hard to pick just one.
Yeah, I know.
Least favorite jutsu.
Least favorite jutsu.
I feel sorry for the cleaners and builders that have to sort out the mess.
Do you know who I feel sorry for? The forests.
The forests. All the forests are destroyed in Naruto. There is no forest anymore.
For no good reason. They just destroyed the whole forest. But yeah, the builders had a lot of work on. I felt sorry as well for the guy who was doing the faces in the mountain when he was about to start, and then no, he's not. Oh, yeah, that was quite sad. Yeah. They kept destroying a lot of places in Naruto. I don't even know how the Leaf Village came back to being after that.
Until you see Boruto.
When they have skyscrapers.
And there's the skyscrapers there. Who is faster, the Yellow Flash or the Leaf, or the third Raikage?
See, that was a big thing, wasn't it? I don't really know. Because technically, Minato wasn't.
Technically, it wasn't speed.
Yeah, it was like teleportation. But is that technically instantaneous?
It's kind of, there's a debate in Dragon Ball Z of that, because the main character can use what's called instant transmission, where he does the same thing, he just teleports. And then there's characters that are like, I'm the fastest thing in the universe, speed-wise. And then people are like, but isn't the main character because he can be there before anybody else? It's like, well, no, because it's not speed. It's teleportation. It's like, well, what's the difference?
Technically, Minato beat the third
Raikage. He beat the third Raikage because he was about to punch him, and he beat his speed.
Yeah.
But it was because of teleporting.
Yeah.
But I think it has to do with like he was almost about to punch him, and he had to know at that moment to teleport. So his intuition, I guess, was faster. I don't know. I would say the Yellow Flash was faster, but just in a different way. There should be fillers based around cleaning up after the devastation.
I would watch that.
There probably is, to be honest.
Probably. I'd like to see how they actually succeed in that.
They should have a forest disclaimer. The forest should have disclaimers.
Poor for every time I'd say to you, the poor trees. What did they ever do? Like, they were practicing over Rasengan. It's like, put it into the tree. Everybody fights. Let's just destroy the whole forest.
So there's too many trees in the way. Let's get rid of some of these. Cut them all down.
I felt so sad for the forest. Genuinely.
What's your least favorite jutsu? I think is the next question.
I should have thought about all these answers before we did this. I don't know. You have one?
A least favorite jutsu. The most useless jutsu. Tenten's is kind of useless because all she does is just appear weapons. It's
Yeah, that is a
boom.
pretty useless one because they never seem to do anything. If you are a good shinobi,
What she should have done is be able to summon the weapons, but be able to be well versed in all the weapons and be able to fight with all of them.
really
All she does is just throw them.
Yeah, actually genuinely, I think that is the worst one. To be fair, the one with the with Kiba and his dog, like,
All fours jutsu or the.
I quite like the dynamic marking. That was very funny. But the one where they
Fang over Fang.
that one.
Fang over Fang's kind of
Didn't
dumb.
really seem to do much. It felt like it should have done more, and it never really achieved anything. Didn't know. Who knows?
That kiss at the
I
start was an
shipped it.
indicator. Was it? No, it wasn't.
They're very, very good friends.
They're very good friends. They are brothers, and more like not by blood, but by ancestry almost. in a way.
Isn't technically everybody.
Not ancestry like they're related, but they're kind of related in a way. It was weird. I don't know.
I quite like their friendship when they're older, like the bit that we saw in the last film.
In Boruto, their friendship's kind of nice because they respect each other.
Yeah, I think
They
that's
kind of
good.
play around like, oh, I win this contest.
Yeah.
Oh, I win this contest.
A bit
but
less than Might Guy and Kakashi.
a lot less crazy than them. I think Shikamaru's is useless as it's only at most powerful when the sun is at its highest.
Yeah, he does have a bit of a limitation. With
And
that.
it has a very short limit, like 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, and it can't reach
It
forever.
can't- yeah.
It's quite sad. I feel like he could have maybe.
Once he has them,
Yeah.
he can do all kinds of stuff to them.
Yeah.
But it's kind of getting to them that is a
I
problem.
feel like it was very short lived. I feel like as long as his chakra held out, he should have been able to hold it longer. But yeah, I can see that.
I didn't like the bone guy's
I
jutsu.
feel like Ino's is quite.
Kimimaru, I didn't like his bone jutsus.
Mhm.
Kind of boring.
I feel like Ino's is risky. Like,
Mind transfer?
yeah, because she has to be looked after by the rest of her team and all that.
Yeah, and if she gets hit in the other body, her real one gets injured. So it's like, what's the point?
Choji being massive didn't seem to achieve that much, like as it should have.
As you think it would. To smash everything in the way.
And the bugs was an interesting one. I wouldn't enjoy that. Just having all the bugs.
Bug jutsu, beetle sphere.
I didn't
no,
really like
those
that.
are kind of useless. Who was the most commanding female in the show?
Good question. See, I thought Tsunade was kind of underpowered. I don't know.
Tsunade was a strong female character,
She
though.
was strong, but she could have been. I don't know. It felt like all she could do was punch things.
Sakura.
Because Naruto ended up kind of saving her
Yeah.
from Orochimaru. I feel like Hinata could have been more powerful because isn't the Byakugan meant to be like one of the most powerful
Yeah.
eyes you can
Well,
have?
she was always surpassed by Neji with the Byakugan. It was said that Neji actually had a way better handle of the Byakugan than she
But I
did.
feel like she could have.
And that's
ended
why
up
the dad
having-
was so disappointed with
Yeah.
Hinata because she was weaker in it.
Which is why she
But
had
her
a
sister is actually really good
I read
with
that
it.
she had a short haircut because she was kind of disgraced with the family name. There's 2 reasons that she had a short
What?
hair. That's what I read. Apparently.
Oh, when she was little, you mean?
Yeah, when she was
Okay.
little. She had apparently I read that there's 2 reasons. One, because it was like a sign that she wasn't really good at fighting because her sister had longer hair.
Yeah.
And 2, because all of the girls knew that Sasuke liked longer hair. She didn't want to. She wanted Naruto to like her.
Is that the reason? That would have been a weird reason. Ino and Shikamaru together is the best. They should have
They
been
do
paired.
work well together.
They should have been paired with Tenten. That would have helped Tenten out a little
What
bit.
is it? Inoshika
Ino Shika show.
show. That was quite cool, and I liked how their parents could do it, and then they did it. I liked that.
They-
They work well together.
They bring it into Boruto as well.
Do they?
Yeah, because it's Chocho, Shikadai, and Inojin.
They
are
need
the
to
kids.
always name their children something that allows
That allows it for that to rhyme. In regards to Powers United, and Sean says, I think Tamari is the commanding female. The wind user.
Oh yes, no, that's true. Actually.
She's a strong
very
female.
Strong female character.
That
and
was
I like her. I knew she was going to end up with
Shikamaru.
Shikamaru. I like that pairing. That's true.
She's hilarious as a wife. If you when you watch Boruto,
is that how I'm going to be as a wife?
She's very like, oh, here's dinner, and they're like, oh, thanks. But then if something doesn't go the right way, she's like, you're not getting any dinner. And they're like, wait, what? What a drag! So you just said what a drag in your mind, didn't you? She like slaps Shikamaru. Like, what kind of a wife is this?
Oh, it's funny that respect your wives.
She's a very strong. She's a very strong
character. I like her as well. I do like her as a character.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad to say that Sakura is not strong at all. Like,
it's so sad.
She has a very weak.
Much more.
She has good. Like, she's strong as a character in fighting and her strength, but she's weak.
As soon as she sees Sasuke,
her personality is weak.
Yeah.
And crying all the time is like, come on, man. Like, she's supposed to be the top student for smarts. She never really utilized that much. So it's like, waste. Because the author didn't know how to write her character, apparently, is his excuse.
He didn't know how to write for girls and relationships.
Yep, he had to have other people write for them for that. Favorite Kage? You said the fourth Hokage, right? Or the first Hokage?
Yeah, I do like the first a lot. I feel like Kakashi should never have been Hokage. I don't think Tsunade.
I don't think Kakashi should have been Hokage because
it seemed like a strange.
Tsunade just should have been Hokage until Naruto took over.
I feel like that. I feel like Obito forced him to do it.
There's no more there. Least favorite Kage.
Kage in general. I don't know.
Least favorite, probably Tobirama, maybe.
I kind of like him. Kind of don't. I don't know. He's probably the most bloodthirsty one. But in terms of Kage in general, like the woman who was constantly upset about not being married was kind of annoying.
All the Kage in general. I was thinking like only the Kage and Hokage.
Hokage, but yeah, Kage in general.
Kage in general. Yeah. Probably the one that wants to get married all the time.
But again, the translation of that to make it always fit so that it was something to do with marriage was very clever.
That was good. That's true. But I think she seemed strong at first, and then she kind of just faded into.
But the fact that the Tsunade was like in half at one point and then got put back together, I'm not sure about that.
That's anime though. That's how anime is. Favorite sensei.
Kakashi was a very good sensei. I feel like he did bring the team kind of together in the end. Osama was it Osama? He was really loved by his team.
Like, very loved by his team.
Like he the names. Shikamaru, like almost like looked up to him more than his own dad.
His own dad, yeah.
So he was a very good sensei. My guy was very good.
The springtime of youth. It's true.
But there was a lot of good sensei.
Gaara's dad is number one for Kage. Gaara's dad is the worst.
He's a strange Kage because you'd think that the Kage would be a really good guy, but he kind of was.
He's a sleazebag.
Yeah. So that was interesting.
Dirtbag father trying to kill his own son.
Right.
6 years old. Like, let's put a monster inside of him and see what happens. Oh, it's bad. Let's kill him. What kind of a dad is this?
That's a good point. I've forgotten about him because he doesn't feel like a Kage.
He doesn't feel like a Kage.
He feels like a villain.
He probably was a villain. What was the next one? Kage, favorite sensei, favorite backstory.
That's a tough one. Oh, I don't know.
One of my favorite backstories is Gaara's, because that was tragic. That was one of the first backstories you were like, God dang, this is some heavy stuff. The whole guy like, oh, you're loved, Gaara. Your mother loved you.
Sad.
I care about you. And blah blah blah. And then he tries to kill him. He's like, no one's ever loved you. You've always been hated. And then blows himself up. Like, God, the tragedy of Gaara's story.
I mean, Itachi has a pretty bad backstory.
Itachi's backstory is really tough, and his whole story in general, everything he did, that was a good one. That's probably one of the top ones.
I feel like Kakashi's was interesting.
Kakashi's just went through a lot. Like his whole life was just suffering.
I mean, the fact that he'd been going to Obito's grave like every day since he died, and then like he's alive. Imagine the thoughts running through his head at that moment.
Not only that he's alive, but he's the villain.
I know. That was the biggest shock ever.
You actually got to see Kakashi's surprised face, like sweat pouring down. It's like, oh my god, poor Kakashi, things he has to go through.
He goes through a lot.
Least favorite backstory.
We learned about Orochimaru's backstory a bit.
A tiny bit.
But I didn't feel like it warranted him turning into the evil person that he did.
No, it didn't. I don't know why he got so twisted. He always kind of had like a hunger for power.
He was just generally kind of bad. But
Kimimaru,
yeah,
the bum guy, his was kind of useless.
I think Kabuto's was kind of sad.
Kabuto did have a kind of sad backstory.
But then the fact that they were spies, but they were too good at spying, so they had to die, was really dumb.
As true to life, though, like that's how it would be. Because they're the most.
Turned into a threat.
They turn into a threat. They're the most dangerous person. They know everything about everything, so they got to be dealt with. So why would you want to be a spy?
Right.
Like I would.
I wanted to be a spy when I was little.
Well, now you don't.
I'm the only one who thought that Orochimaru had a weird Michael Jackson vibe. And the fact that he was like, I want your body, like I want Sasuke's body and stuff.
As a child.
Although, can we appreciate that my favourite quote from the movie was
Gaara's.
He was like, you look like the young Naruto.
You look like young Naruto. I feel my power surging. It's like, okay.
I was laughing about that for the whole rest of the movie.
Calm down, Gaara. Tanisha said, I think the way that Shikamaru dad died was very upsetting. They went from a nice, calm life to being called to battle, to dying in battle.
I didn't think they were going to die. I thought there'd be somehow that they survived. I kept saying to you, like, they're not dead, right?
They blew up. Yeah, beast bomb.
But then you kept saying things like that to me, and then it turned out that they were alive. So I didn't really believe it. I still don't believe it. They're out there somewhere. That was really sad. And the fact they had to carry on fighting knowing that their parents
were dead and had to keep going no matter what. Favorite character line? I never go back on my word because that's my ninja word.
That's probably the most standout line.
Believe it.
Believe it. I misbelieve it. I know that they had to have to make it like his mum, and I know they carried that on afterwards, but I kind of like to believe it. I think it's quite cute.
One of my favorite lines, I have a couple of them. One of my favorites is, I'm paraphrasing here too, by the way.
You can't quote it directly.
I can't quote it directly, just in case I mess up. Is when a man learns to feel love, he must also risk feeling hate. I kind of like that one.
I like the fact that they sort of. I do like the fact that the names.
Describe them.
The eyes, people. The Uchiha.
The Uchiha. The Sharingan.
Can we appreciate that people swap eyes in this show far too much, by the way? But I like the fact that they are so evil because they love too much. Like I do like that. It's kind of this. They have such strong emotions.
So strong emotion that such strong love can turn into such equal hate.
It's an interesting concept, really. I like that.
I like that quote and one of Jiraiya's quotes about you have to take what, like, I'm paraphrasing it again, but you take bad things that happen in your life, and it said, I don't think you can call yourself a real man unless you can laugh off all the bad stuff that happens to you, or at least turn it into good writing material. That's a good quote.
Oh, I've just thought of what my least favorite jutsu was. The sexy jutsu.
Oh, what?
And to use that at the end with the guys against the main last villain. I'm sorry. That was unnecessary.
Sean says, mine is Gaara. The only ties I have with my family are the ones I tie around their neck.
Some big lines.
No, that one's a good one. That was a good line.
That is a good line.
That's a good
He has some really deep.
That was a good one. Tanisha says, my favorite character line is every time someone in the Akatsuki said Itachi Uchiha. Or when Hinata says Naruto.
I like it when
Itachi Uchiha.
I like it when when Sasuke says Naruto.
Sasuke says it in a really weird way, like Naruto.
It sounds really Japanese when he says it, Naruto. And like it's like Sasuke.
Sasuke. Naruto. Sasuke.
But it is funny. She said Naruto. Bless him.
You just like how everybody says each other's names all the time.
They say their names so many times. It's hilarious.
That's how you remember.
That's how you have. It didn't work for me. I didn't say them enough.
Favorite intro.
Oh, that's so hard. And I did like we are fighting dreamers.
That one's good.
I like that one. There was one that I hated but could not get it out of my head.
Oh, like
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I said I hated it, but I couldn't stop singing it.
Mine was number 4 of
All of them were
Shippuden.
at the beginning. Like the later ones towards the end, I
You
didn't really
really care
for.
for them. A fan favorite is number 6, which is the da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, I do remember that. It was okay.
No.
You liked the one where there was a bit of English.
Yeah, the da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na.
And it's
I
like-
never take it for granted.
Yeah, that
Let's
was
go.
quite a good one. I liked that one.
That was a good one. There's a lot of them I like. I don't like, you are my friend. Ah, da-na-na-na. That was garbage intro. Sean says, worst love story.
That's a good question. To be fair, I think the way that they made the love story between Hinata and Naruto was not very good.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. I understand that he didn't understand the concept of love and all that, but I feel like the way that they made it happen was... They should have made it happen when she was like, 'cause I love you, Naruto.
Yeah, but the author just wasn't.
I feel like he shied away from
Yeah.
it. They never mentioned that she declared
her love for him.
him, which is a big deal for a girl. Worse, I did not see Choji getting with that girl from the
Karui.
yeah. When did they ever meet each
How
other?
did Choji and Karui get together? Makes no sense.
I didn't see that coming. No, the weirdest one was Ino
and Sai?
Sai.
There is a filler where it shows them get together.
Yeah, but he was pretending. He was saying the opposite.
Oh, opposite
And
of what
he
he
was like, I
thought.
think you're so beautiful, and she's like, oh, but he actually meant she was ugly.
I think that was back when he didn't really have his emotions
Yeah.
all.
To be fair, the worst love story is Sakura and Sasuke. He tried to kill her. Don't be with a guy who tries to kill you.
Tanisha says, I like the intro where it says, make some noise, everybody stand up.
Everybody stand up. Yeah, come on, everybody stand up. I do like that one.
That's a good
That was
one.
a catchy one.
She said Naruto and Sakura. Naruto and Sakura was the worst one. Also the
so
one.
many people ship them.
Also the one with Sai and Sakura. Well, with any Sakura involved. And Sean says, I think Sasuke and every girl that was in love was a love interest. The dude obviously doesn't care for women.
Yeah, the girl,
Kari.
that girl. My
And
gosh.
the ones in that restaurant they were in that one time with when he was with the I forget his name now.
Now it's catching.
His cat is
I don't know. He trapped girls.
Well, the
so
girls are like,
badly.
oh my god, he's so handsome.
He trapped girls very badly, like practically killing them and not giving a damn if they're alive or dead. It's pretty bad for a boyfriend, you know.
He didn't care about women because on his list of things to care about right now is revenge and
but
destruction.
Did he because he punched her and she fell to the ground, but he left her on a bench, you know?
He could have left
That's
her.
true love right there.
He could have left her face on the ground in the dirt and just took off. He actually picked her up and put her onto the bench.
You know.
So you could take it. You can take it however which way it is. Least favorite intro. Mine's definitely the "You Are My Friend" one. You are my friend.
I don't know. I just have a lot that didn't really make any impact on me at all.
There was some of them that, yeah, you're like, this is just nah. Random ones.
I've got to say that one which I said I didn't like, but couldn't stop singing. I guess that ended up a favorite.
The reason why it was so difficult for you to get into intros because we didn't hang on them too long.
No.
By the time that you started getting used to
because
it,
we missed out the filler, then you didn't really hear them, and also we kind of skipped through some.
And
of
we
them
also
sometimes.
watched so many episodes in one day. We watched through
like,
the arc that had
so
those.
you just watched
the one.
We only listened to it like at the beginning when we were watching, and then. Yeah.
So I kind of skipped out on a bunch of them, but that's how it happens. Which would you say was the most epic scene in Naruto overall? Most epic scene. For me, the most epic scene, so many. But one that stands out for me is when Naruto and Sasuke are about to use their final move against each other to finish each other off. And as Naruto is getting a Rasengan ready, you see Jiraiya's hand come down and start the Rasengan.
But then the fact that then the Ninetales dies because he gives him the last of his chakra, like that's really harrowing.
And then and you see everybody making it, and then when he's going up, you see Naruto as a kid, young Naruto, older Naruto, like the phases he go through as he's shooting the Rasengan.
Which was a bit that I thought, because there was a bit in the middle, well, near the end, which seemed like a finale, almost more than the actual finale did.
Naruto versus Pain, I think.
Yeah, the Naruto
where they were cheering him on.
And they were cheering him. That seemed like a finale. I did like that episode, and that was quite an epic moment. Like when he finally
beat Pain and
he
became a hero.
finally becomes known to everybody, and I liked that. I thought that was an epic moment.
Yeah, people say that's where.
That was my most satisfying moment. There you go. I told you I'd come back to you. I was just working it in my head. That was the most satisfying moment. The first time that they actually acknowledged Naruto.
That was good. It makes me cry every time.
They didn't make a big enough deal of him turning into Hokage. That was such a huge thing. And he didn't arrive because his little girl had punched him.
Himawari nailed him right in the gut. Most cringe-worthy moment.
The time when Gaara was like, I feel my power surging. The most cringy, I think, was to do with like Orochimaru. He had some really cringy moments. Just the whole thing about wanting to use somebody else's body. I didn't like that. It was really Michael Jackson.
Cringe-worthy. Like we're just like, it was kind of, I don't know. I still don't like the whole thing of Kabuto and like I don't know who I am. And then he's like, I'm just gonna go back to this orphanage. It's like, okay, fine. I don't know. There's some moments that are kind of like bland, but I mean, I enjoy the story overall. No matter how many times people say there's so many plot holes in the story.
I think they only started appearing towards the end.
Towards the end.
Like the bit where they did the whole mind reading thing and they were like, oh, now they're in range. Oh, we're here.
Oh,
okay.
We're still back.
Everything's okay.
We're okay. Lost a signal. They even lost a signal in there. Any scene with Orochimaru shedding his snake skin and transforming is very. Oh yeah, when he opens, whenever he has a hand come out of his mouth, it's and it just comes out.
I mean, as the thing when he turned into his true form or whatever. I mean, what even is Orochimaru at this point?
For me, a cringe moment was when he took the scroll in the training exams and stuck it in his throat and swallowed it.
Also, the bit where they put the scroll into Naruto's mouth when the frogs did.
Yes,
that
when he's like, into his mouth.
Yes, like, that's not physically possible.
Sean said every speech when the rescue Sasuke mission started, as all their efforts were useless.
That was sad. The fact that he's saying to Sakura, like, I promise you, never go back on my word. And,
I'll get him back. And they almost all died.
I like the fact that they pointed out, like, they lent on him so much, like, Sakura put so much on Naruto to do that. And that wasn't fair.
And they did bring that up later, where they realized the pressure of that burden was just, it was bringing Naruto down.
Yeah. He had a lot of those little shoulders.
He carried the whole show.
He did.
It makes sense. Favorite fight and least favorite fight.
I feel like we've covered that. I think Gaara was.
My favorite fight, Naruto versus Sasuke Part 2. That whole fight.
I did like.
My second favorite would be Pain versus Naruto.
Yeah, I like that one. I feel like the one with Sasuke and the last one with Sasuke could have been better.
It could have
had the energy.
It could have been better, and people said that they could have made like 3 episodes long, but the amount of work they put into the animation and stuff was so high scale. That...
I did like it at the end where they were both kind of bleeding together because their hands were gone.
They were holding hands with blood hands.
Yeah, that was some very symbolic. But yeah, anything to do with Sakura was kind of a waste of time.
Her fight with the puppet Sasori.
That was none of her work. That was all of the.
No, but she fought hard. And she had the antidotes and stuff and punching.
Yeah, she did do a bit.
She contributed a lot.
She did contribute. You just don't really notice it. Worst father.
Gara's father.
Gara's dad. Yeah.
Probably Gara's dad.
Yeah. To
worst
be fair,
father of the year.
Naruto doesn't win father of the year in the last film, does he? But I think that's kind of sad. You just thought he'd be a better dad.
You would think that, but it makes sense because he never had parents.
Yeah, so
he doesn't know how to raise kids of his own.
To be fair, Hinata's dad isn't the greatest.
He's a pretty dirtbag dad.
You know, he should have been encouraging his daughter, not like saying you just dishonor the family name. I think Choji's dad was really good.
His dad was good. Shikamaru's dad was really good.
He was really good.
He was really kind and thoughtful.
Ino's dad seemed nice.
He was pretty nice. He kind of had like her temper a little bit. But yeah, all the dads are pretty good. Someone like Gara's dad. Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Let's put a monster inside my son. Unborn son. Oh, he killed my wife. Like, oh, let's kill him. He's a failed experiment. Like, what kind of father is this? Well, that's pretty much it, I think. I gotta Skype my parents, so I can't stay on very long.
What? There's so many people who don't know who their parents are. It's kind of like...
It is kind of weird how there's a lot of characters that don't have parents.
Yeah.
Obito, Orochimaru, Rock Lee, Konohamaru. It's like, who? All these parents just dying.
I guess some of them died in the war, like...
there was a Great War and stuff.
Sensei's parents both died, didn't they? Yeah, but...
I mean, both of Sasori's parents died, the puppet guy. His parents both
died.
died.
That was a harrowing bit, to be fair. I was quite sad at the end where his parents
were the ones that...
puppets and they killed him. That was sad.
The metaphors and stuff and the imagery.
But the worst death was the one where he got taught no jutsu in the end. Like when he was like, I bequeath my puppets to you and like killed himself. It was like, hang on, that was... You're meant to be evil.
It sounds like they were running an orphanage and made it an academy. Yeah, it's like all the kids, all these parentless kids.
Yeah.
And let's make them into ninja. They're gonna kill people for us. They have no parents, so it's okay. It's been good hearing what you both thought. Thanks for the live. No problem, Manolia.
Thank you for being on here.
Thank you for joining. It's been a good discussion. Good Naruto discussion.
Enjoyed it. We'll have many to come.
There'll be many to come. Every anime we watch, we'll try to do this. Or in your shows too. I don't know if we should do one for Sherlock or not.
We're gonna decide if we're gonna.
We'll decide if we do one for Sherlock. That'd be a spoiler one for them though. They haven't seen it. Thank you for having us and bringing us to your conversation. Have a blessed week, both of you. Thank you so much.
You too.
Yes.
Thank you for being here.
And thank you anyone who actually viewed this during this whole thing. We got 6 likes, so obviously somebody popped in. So some people in here that came in.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, and thank you for watching the whole show and enjoying it.
I really did enjoy it. I know there were parts where you were like, are you just saying it? But I really did.
Because the next one, Attack on Titan.
I don't know what to expect.
I'll expect death.
Oh no. I'm gonna cry all the time.
Well, thank you everyone for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Check out my other videos, my animation reviews, my gameplays. Check out my Discord. I'll have the link in the bottom once I get this video all finalized and everything. Instagram, Facebook, and all of that. And catch you all next time.